Hi everybody, it's Galactic Man Larry here again with another G.I. Joe Classified Series review. And today we have, well, they're like this regular release, no Cobra Island, no weird stuff. Anyway, Lady Jaye and Flint, which actually I've had for over a month now and haven't got to open them. I was busy with some stuff and I wanted to do it properly and with time and recording a review as well. Anyway, here we have them looking great. In the case of Flint, I just find it a bit of a shame, or a huge shame actually. I mean, it's a bit mean that they give us all of this empty space and he has like a shotgun, his gun, and his beret, and the void and the emptiness surrounding him. But I've seen a lot of pictures with this figure and I watched a lot of reviews already because they have been out for a while now, and he's a great figure anyway. I just wish he came with more. I mean, it looks really, he's floating around in the emptiness of his box. And Lady Jaye, I mean, they gave her a lot more stuff. I mean, she has a backpack, she has the interchangeable headpieces, she has her whole I don't know what to call this, lance gun, and her little knife, and she has stuff going on, yeah. And he has a shotgun and a pistol and a beret and a lot of empty space. She also has a lot of empty space behind the illustration and all of that, but just look, I mean, in this case it looks wrong, you know, it's so unused space, so much accessory potential they just didn't give us. Anyway, and then we have the artwork, in both cases looking really cool. Flint looking all flinty and serious, and yeah, I'm guarding here, and he's a, I don't know, black beret. I mean, I don't know about army stuff, sadly. I mean, I would like to know more, but yeah, surely some of you know everything, and or I'll check it myself also in the internet. And we have the image here showing all the people, all the figures they have given us, and some they haven't, like the Alley Viper. Yet I think it's the only one showing up here apart from the whole vehicles. I mean, by now Major Blood is also out there. Back then he wasn't. Anyway, nothing new. Just the Alley Vipers like announcing their upcoming release, hopefully. And in Lady Jaye's case, here we have her looking all like, I have a cap and I'm sexy, and I have a jeans cap and I'm looking at the camera while I run and show my funny little camera, you know, action photos, like, we're the G.I. Joes and we take photos before we go into action and we never get killed, you know. Let's get this thing open. Tick. And the tag. Let's take this out of the way. Let's start with Flint. No, actually, ladies first, you know. Let's be kind of polite. At least we will take her first out of her packaging. I've been waiting for a long time to just taking more Joes out of the packaging. I mean, I have almost all of my Cobra figures already open and standing there, you know, in my shelf, and just 3 Joes. That can't be nice. That can't be anymore. Okay, so this happened just by taking her out of the packaging. So let's have a weird moment of weirdness. Oh, a Barbie that, yeah. Anyway, let's just better give her hair again. It's a weird thing. I really like the sculpt and the hair, but it's a bit weird when, yeah, that you take it off. And actually, it's quite easy to take it off. That's a bit worrying. I'll play with her in a moment. I mean, play with her. You know what I mean. Check the articulation and all of that. Am I looking at some stress marks? Ah, no, it's just like a bit more plastic than needed. This leg is a bit loose. I hate when my articulation is loose, but what can I do? I just open her and it's what I got. Otherwise, I've been much looking forward for this figure. I mean, I like the thing that finally we get, not for the first time, but one of those rare cases with double jointed elbows for a female figure. Anyway, she's looking good. Let's take all of her stuff out of the packaging as well, as quick as possible. Then this is all flexible. Well, of course it's plastic, but it's more flexible than I thought it would be. I didn't pay attention in the reviews I watched that this thing is so articulated. Cool. What else do we have here? We have the spear stuff. Well, the tips, whatever it's called. The little knife. Come on, man. Just get out of there. We have her little... the poles. And then we take this out of the way. Thank you very much. It was nice to meet you. Get out of the way. Then we continue with Flint. Come on, man, just cooperate. Anyway, that's great, easy. All of the empty plastic. And a little gun. Cool looking, weird shotgun. Again, by now I think the way they designed this shotgun is just incorrect. You have one mechanism or the other, or I just never knew that these kind of shotguns existed, if they do. Okay, I'm noticing some stiffness. I might have to hit these guys up a bit before continuing. Let me just check. Come on. Because his feet are all bent outward. It's fine. It's weird that, I mean, I have a feeling like this, the lower part of the legs in Flint's case, they like it's a bit, has a weird like angle to the outside. Is that right? And you know, an outwards angle, they're a bit misformed, misshapen. You know what I mean? Well, maybe it doesn't look as bad in the camera. I have the feeling, or the guard is a bit like not straight, and the knee guards, you see how the articulation, something is not so centered as centered as it could be, and that is a bit weird. Anyway, maybe I'm just focusing too much in what could be a minor detail, but I just noticed it and it's there. There is something to talk about, right? That's what reviews are for. There he is. Anyway, now I have all their accessories mixed up, but as they're just, I mean, Flint just has 3 things, it's easy to get them, to separate them, you know. So, Flint. The head is on a ball hinge, you know, ball to the head and disc to the neck, or hinge, whatever. And the head, of course, is also in a ball peg going into his upper torso. Then we have yeah, he has noticeable butterfly joint things going, butterfly joint movement. Both sides are smooth, not loose, not stiff. Good. He can. I mean, if I'm right, he has the same body as Duke, which I haven't opened. I mean, maybe this is different, the shin guards and yeah, but the rest of the body I think is the same, and the arms are the same. They're also used for the Viper, and I don't know who else. He of course has some torso movement which is hindered by his body armor, but he can twist a bit. I won't force it now because it's a bit, yeah, I don't like forcing my figures, but you have movement on the waist, you have this drop down thing on the legs. He can do that much splits. Not as good as Firefly, but good enough. I mean, I won't be posing my figures like this. This is dangerous for the man things. Anyway, he has the thigh cut, both legs. The gun holster is just below there, and it sits there nicely. And he has a weird thing going on. It's a bit like, you know, it's like always like in this kind of angle. It's a bit of a ballerino position, you know, like a ballet dancer. Anyway, yeah, I didn't talk about the hands. These ones is like the Viper, and I guess it will be the same with Duke. This one goes in and out, and this one is vertical, of course. And I'm having a lot of blurriness, unfocus, you know. The bicep swivel goes all around. The double jointed elbows get, due to the sculpt, just a little bit over 90 this side. The other side has a bit of a better angle. And what else? We have double jointed knees, which have a great range. We have, of course, boot cut just on top of the boots. I think these guys share, no, I was gonna say the same boots that Firefly, but no, I'm wrong. The feet go up that much, they get hindered by the armor, and in this case you won't get on top of that armor, I would say. I mean, do you need to do that? I don't know. Back that much, up that much. You have a decent rocker, ankle rocker, and yeah, that's kind of it. And the figure, I mean, I didn't talk at all about the aesthetics of this guy. He's a clean shaven guy with a full hair and a very square cheekbones. He's a good looking guy, and he always takes shapes before going into battle and combs his hair, and he's ready for all the girls, you know. Anyway, that's just some nonsense. His weapons, accessories, I mean, first of all, let's make him a bit more of a military guy by giving him his beret, and that adds some seriousness. And yeah, great figure. The shotgun has this thing which has been a thing for a lot of people, and I was also like, is that a thing? I don't know. Really, I love shotguns, but I'm not like, I don't spend my days checking I like weapons and all of that, but I just haven't checked if this kind of shotgun would do this kind of thing. These normally are just, you take the cartridges, put them in, cut, maybe you load 5. I don't know how much. Normally you put 5 inside, yeah, and you I just remember the Terminator 2 scene where Sarah Connor shoots to the T-1000, and iconic moment. That's when I was like, I think that's the thing that made me like, wow, shotgun's cool. Ah, yes, and he has his shotgun holster, and I think it's this way around. Okay, it gets that far, which is a bit too much, I think. Anyway, you can put it somewhere in between, and he just like takes it out and boom. I think I will have fun with this guy. I just love shotguns, you know. Also, another iconic scene at the end of Scarface. I won't say it, but yeah, the shotgun guy. You'll know when you'll know. If you watch it, you know, and if you haven't watched it, then you will know. So that's for Flint. My only complaint with him is like there's something could be better with the way the legs are shapen, or the leg armor is placed. Something makes it, to me, look a bit twisted in places, you know, like not correct. Lady J. There we have her looking. I like the some people were like, she's ugly, whatever. I don't know. I like her face and everything. It only gets scary when you like. I think because I'm having a figure in the background, things go blurry. I mean, it loses it wants to focus back there, and so let's take Flint out of the way for a moment. Here we have Lady J. The hair comes apart a bit easier than I would like to, but it fits there. But as soon as you start fiddling with her, it will tend to go out of place. Anyway, I have a bit of a wiggly waggly in the upper torso, but I can see a bit of the peg through this little opening. You cannot see it in the camera, but I can see it with my eyes. It's not that something is breaking or something, she just has a bit of a loose point there. Anyway, the face is looking nice. The sculpt, she has this thing, she's I don't know what she likes. Tannenbäume. What do you get? Pine trees? I don't know. Does she have to do some? What does this mean? I have no idea. I'm sorry, I'm an ignorant. Anyway, she also has a bit of looseness in the legs. Not as much as my two Vipers did. As you can see, I'm kind of traumatized. But still, she has a bit of looseness. But yeah. We can also give her cap, which is, if I'm right, her more traditional look. But I kind of prefer, I mean, this is for me a bit like going Sunday to the baseball game or something, which is a cool thing, you know, but I don't take this as serious. I mean, for me, it's not as well, it's her look, yeah, but I prefer the normal hair. That's personal. Everybody, maybe you prefer the cap, and that's why it's there, so that you decide what to put in her head. Yeah, if that sounds right, and if it doesn't, then doesn't matter. Anyway, there we have her. She comes with these two like spears with spearheads, which are nicely painted in metallic like silver, a bit of a champagne silver. Champagne silver, if that's a thing. She has this little gun thing, shooter, whatever it's called, all in black. She has a second spear, and she has this thing which I just don't remember where the people put this thing in the reviews. If it goes here, no, it's not it's not meant to go there. Or you can that's dangerous, that could break kind of. You can put this here, and you can put this it's not supposed to be like that. Anyway, you can do like this, which is not good enough, and you can do it like this. Anyway, she has these weird weapons which are not the most usual things. I don't remember the images, how this was supposed to be mounted. Oh god. But in any case, I'm just losing time here. Anyway, she has her little knife all cast in black, and it fits nicely in this little sheet. She has a little bag here which has it's just there. Nice. She has her little comm device, or GoPro, how do they call it? Anyway, let's go through articulation first. The head, it can look back that much. If you go further, first of all, you have this thing in the of course clothing, which gets in the way, and if you push that too much, at some point I guess the hair would just pop off, and you don't want to have that look. Her neck is on a ball thing going into her upper torso. She has attitude to this side and also a bit to the other side. She can go, of course, all the way around, but yeah, it's not the game we're playing. This side, the butterfly joint, is a bit very stiff, so I might still have to get it to, well, it's moving now. So she has butterfly joint a bit to the back, a bit to the front. Is not huge, but she has some movement there. This side is a bit more loose, a bit more than I would like to. Anyway, she has the bicep swivel goes all around. I hope the peg is not super thin, because I think that's one of the reasons they haven't given female figures a lot of articulation in the past, because they have thinner arms normally and could break easier. But if you're like me, who has had also 375 inches figures, they're even smaller, and even the bigger figures have maybe smaller pegs than these ones, you know what I mean. So that's the double jointed elbows for you people. They were a bit stiff. I didn't hit them, I just carefully got them started. Now, she has this diaphragm joint. She can go back that much. She can go forward just a little bit, so she can do the easy crunch. Easy crunch, that was something you could buy through TV back in the day. Easy crunch. And it was a funny guy making the advertising. Anyway, the legs, she can do the spread. She can do the splits that much. Firefly is winning. I don't know if Snake Eyes has also that. I haven't checked that with him. Maybe I did back when I did the review. But Firefly has a 180 degrees and she doesn't. What a shame. But look, she can do something. Drop down, of course, which kind of has its own free will when it gets engaged. And so you have the thigh cut, it can go all the way around. You have double jointed knees. Oh, super stiff here. Oh god, wait a minute. So click. Due to her, to the sculpt, I cannot, I mean that it's only that much. Even if you do the upper part first, that much. But it's, I mean, it's all you need, I guess, yeah? And if not, I'm sorry. Then you have the boot swivel. It's great. They really, in these figures, is just exactly where it should be, where the boot starts, you know. And you have ankle pivot. The feet can go back that much, can go forward only that much because of her armor here. Same here. And the ankle pivot is good. It's not the best, but it's good. Yeah, I've been wanting to open this figure for a while. Now she's out there. Came with a bit loose parts here and there, but still, it is a great figure. Now she has the little backpack, and it has swivel like this, a swivel like that, and I think that's it. Is that it? That's it. Yeah. Now she had the backpack has this sculpt, so I failed to assemble the weapon, so at least I will put this here. Wonderful. Put a spare knife here. Beautiful. You can, of course, this is something you can store anywhere. Then we mount her backpack on her back. Fits snug, fits perfectly. Just have to align this band, of course. Then we give her of course you can have one of the lances, spears, just here hanging around. I'll do it like this. Click. Yeah. And you can have this other one. Well, anyway, she has this gun thing, which is not a gun and is also not a thing. Well, it's a thing, but it has a hole through it. It's actually cool. It has also kind of a short shotgun kind of thing. It also reminds me a bit of the gun the T-800 has. It's not the same. This is some weird spear launcher kind of thing, which I don't know if exists in real life, but it exists here. And there you have her little spear, and I have her in the worst pose ever. But there you have Lady Jaye. And this review is going long, but at least it's for 2 figures, so that's my excuse this time. You have Lady Jaye. Let's bring her to a more reasonable position. Let's bring Flint into the scene, or whatever. Let's give him his shotgun. Come on, man. Just like that. I mean, my poses right now are super improvised. They're of course very weak and emotionless, whatever. Let's compare with the Barnes here. Didn't work. There you have her. Let's put the Barnes next to Flint just because of reasons. Let's bring Scarlet in. Wendy. We'll put Roadblock in the back because he's big guy. But yeah, in the middle. He's a bit too shiny because I tried to use a matte coat on his face. Weird enough, the matte coat made it shinier. Maybe I did it wrong. It was one of the figures I tested it in, and yeah, he kind of reflects a bit too much light now, but it's okay. And I'll get the Amazon roadblock as soon as possible. Firefly, because okay, I don't have much space here anymore. Let's put Wendy to the side. Let's bring Firefly in. Anyway, I'm just gathering people just because, and it's supposed to be a size comparison, right? Roadblock somewhere here. Yeah. And lastly but not leastly, let's just bring a Viper to see. Yeah, there you have some kind of weird mix. Come on, girl, show up. Yeah, great figures, Flint and Lady Jaye. Of course, get them as soon as you can. If you don't have, I mean, if you have them, maybe you're not watching this, yeah, maybe. Or maybe you do like to watch reviews of figures you already have to kind of justify that you bought them, or just love them that much that you like watching reviews. Anyway, that was it for these figures. I really like how Scarlet's face looks here. It looks better than in real life. Weird. Anyway, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, and all of that. And see you in the next one. Ciao, ciao, ciao.